much, Mark, for sharing that insight. Please stay with us as we come back to you for our next discussion as well. Now we move on and we stay in Europe. Copenhagen Airport, the busiest in the Nordic region, reopened early today after a nearly 4-hour shutdown due to drone sightings. Norway's Oslo Airport also resumed operations after closing its airspace overnight. Danish police are investigating the drones which disappeared before being seized and are collaborating with Norwegian authorities. Copenhagen halted operations at 8:26 p.m. local time on Monday, diverting around 50 flights. After reopening, the airport warned of ongoing delays and cancellations. These disruptions follow a recent cyber attack that affected multiple European airports, including London Heathrow and Berlin. Let's listen into what a senior police inspector, Copenhagen Police, Jens Jespersen, has said.
I forbindelse med vores arbejde derude er det vores vurdering, at der selvfølgelig har været en potentiel risiko for lufttrafikken. Hvis man flyver rundt med droner i et luftrum omkring en lufthavn, er der en potentiel risiko. Vi er ikke vidne om, at der har været konkrete faresituationer, altså at mennesker konkret har været i fare i går aftes eller i nat, og det tror jeg er vigtigt at få sagt.
Now for this discussion, we go back to Mark Sutherland. He's a geopolitical commentator, joins us live from London. Thank you very much, Mark, for staying with us. Now, looking at this, how scary or anxious is this that there was drone and it's not seized, and also we don't know who did this?
Well, understandably, the Danish authorities are rather concerned, and this is in the backdrop of what Russian drones were recently. In the last few days, we've seen an incursion into Poland. Whether that was deliberate or an accident is up to a lot of discussion. We don't know. The drones, as you said, they came in, they disappeared, they've shut down for 4 hours. I think this happened also in Oslo as well, and in Copenhagen. This kind of disruption, as it's happened in Heathrow over here in the UK, and before that, I think over the last few years in Gatwick, causes unbelievable amount of chaos, because suddenly planes aren't allowed to take off, which means they're not taking off, so they're not in the area that they landed where they should be, and it also affects the economy of those particular industries and the airports and all the chaos that comes out. I think we have to put in mind, as I just said, the drones that have gone into Poland, and then suddenly all the airplanes are then grounded there. That will be in all of the authorities' minds, and it raises the tension. So I think that is what is going on. It looks like they've turned around and saying, looks like the people doing this, they were really practicing, showing off what they could do. Well, they've just showed off the fact that they have completely shut down an airport for 4 hours, and now the authorities will try and work out where they have come from and who is behind it. I'm sure as soon as they are able, because the last thing they want is to then have a repeat performance of this.
Yes.
Asuma.
And Mark, what is your analysis on how is the security of European airports? Since we have seen a lot of disruption this year, including many cyber attacks and now these drone attacks.
It becomes extremely. It raises a lot of tension for the citizens of those countries, especially if they're flying away on holiday and they're looking forward to that, and looking forward to those breaks. Cynically, I could begin to say that it would give various thought within various governments of how we then can control our population. What other systems do we have to bring in to make sure this kind of things doesn't happen, or do we have to then accept that airports are going to regularly shut down? This is going to be part of the way that we have to live. Personally, I find that intolerable. But people come out with and appalling actions in a sort of problem, reaction, solution mindset.
Yes.
It's deeply troubling, but it does show the digital age that we are in. And as
Yes.
you, Sumi, you've said in regard to the digital attacks and what precautions that we are going to have to take. What they will be, I don't fully know, but it's the cost of that. But it seems an
Yes.
incremental, at times, an attack on people's individual freedoms. Assuming.
Right. Right. And once again, these are not drone attacks, but drone incidents that were seen in these airports. Thank you very much, Mark, again for joining us.